Let's see the timing between these paychecks. 2.5 hours.
You miss Heidi be advised to 911's clear and Buccaneer. He's okay, 10-8.
Chat, it's wide load season. We need to see if there's been any changes regarding wide loads. Prolos, I was gonna see if I could mess around with that. I don't know if the turbo's been like I don't know what's going on specifically that's causing it. You could tell Archie is a man of the people.
Tessa, not there anymore?
Negative. She's not wanted for arrest.
10-4, just to be sure, because she was right here.
Oh my god. Oh, we just avoided Tessa being getting arrested twice outside of statute of limitations. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. You can tell Archie's a man of the people because of where his signs are. He knows where the workers are. Yeah, no, there's definitely something strange. Will give us the espresso machine. Oh, we never ended up getting more repair kits. Fuck. That one's trash. Can we put trash in the trunk? What did you just do? Guess not. Elfie, thank you for the tier 1. I appreciate it. UBS, I'm sorry for the delay. I did see it. It was in the midst of a conversation, so I do apologize. But thank you so much for the tier 1 as well. I appreciate it, and I hope you're doing well. Where are the truckers? Hey, notes. An enhancement. This is actually very strange, not seeing anyone over here at this time. Where are the truckers? We need to hit people with wide loads. It's interesting to me that this is still a public parking spot. I guess it's down there. Is Curtis good? What's going on, bud? Stop and go. Hello, Bad Bitch Hotline. How can I help?
Hello? Is
Hey.
this thing on?
Yeah, it's on.
Is this thing's on?
Hello, yeah.
Rhodes.
Yeah,
How's it
what's up?
going?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I can't believe you. Hey, is this thing on? Of course it is. It's the
Oh.
Bad Bitch Hotline.
Right. Where are you at? What are you doing?
I'm in my Taurus, around Bay City Ave.
Can you and
I'm
your
on my way.
garage- Thank you. I feel like I'm like I don't know how to explain. I can clearly now the rain.
Bitch, I think you're too far from the microphone on your phone, because I heard I can see and then like
What?
barely nothing. Speak
you hear me?
louder, bitch. The cell
You
phone
can hear
reception
me?
terrible. It's better now.
Okay. Okay.
Listen, I'm on the way. I'm flying
You
up
come
Great
get me.
Ocean.
Thank
Listen,
you.
something changed with the Taurus, and it's not like atrocious, but it ain't good.
The Scout is better.
Okay, bitch. If I
Way
could afford
better.
one, I'd have one.
So better. I mean, just,
I'm getting one soon-ish.
oh,
I hope.
it's really beautiful outside.
Bitch, don't say that too loud in Polito. It's about to downpour.
I would love to see the rain today. I feel like
Why?
I don't know. It's
Oh,
really beautiful.
Lula,
outside.
there's tea. There's tea. I don't know if you want me to say it over the phone.
Wait, no, wait, hold on. I want to know.
Okay, I know you wouldn't be able to wait.
Did you
Okay,
hear
so
about Mihawk?
yes, I heard. Well,
Oh my
briefly.
god.
Briefly.
You know how I found out today? I
How?
was at a laundromat robbery. Only two. By the way. A news reporter.
Bitch,
comes up.
put the phone closer to your mouth.
Hello?
It
Oh,
cutting
no, bitch.
out when you trying to
Girl.
whisper.
Girl. Bitch, time I figure it out. Okay, come get me, ho.
I'm on the
everything.
S bend next to Hookies.
Oh.
Yeah, I was
Going.
flying.
I'm at MRPD. Where is you going?
I thought you was calling for a ride from the house. I just
No.
assumed.
Girl.
Oh my
Bitch
god.
said he's at the S bend at Hookies. But what the fuck? Where are you going?
I thought you was at the house.
I haven't slept since the academy yesterday. Ooh.
And you know what? I've been. You want to know where I've been the past couple days?
Where?
The urgent care for some
Oh.
fluids via IV.
No.
Cause ain't nothing was being kept down.
You had to get a banana bag?
Listen, it's been rough out here. Oh, hold up. Wait, is this my first wide load? It's the first trucker I've seen. Hold up, I gotta delay this. One moment.
Oh, babe. Okay.
It's the first trucker I've seen. I almost hit
Oh,
a...
it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna steal Alice's car.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
I gotta hang up the
Good
phone.
luck. You're good. Bye.
Okay, bye. Hmm. Dispatch 130, 1038 eastbound Route 68 with a Packer unsure on occupants. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Officer Rhodes, Los Santos Police Department. How are you?
Hey, Officer
I'm
Rhodes.
okay.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
What's up?
So reason for the stop is I'm actually going to be conducting a spot check here, which, given our wide load charge, does indicate we don't need any prior PC or RS in order to pull people over.
Follow us to find us on something to search us.
I don't need to find anything to search you. You driving this
what?
vehicle, yeah, believe it or not, you driving this vehicle subjects you to a spot check
Courthouse
for compliance
voting.
regarding contracted
voted,
trailer
everybody.
load
No
limits.
matter what?
Wait,
That
you
is
mean
correct,
on our
yes.
persons?
Huh?
No, not your persons, just the cargo.
Yeah, just
Oh,
the truck.
Okay. Oh, that's fine then.
Yeah. Hold up, you concerned? What's going on?
No, I was just like wondering.
Just
like,
don't want our
hold on,
rights
wait,
trampled.
Me being a grime worker, all of a sudden I have to be checked for like everything that's on me. Seems kind of crazy. Was all.
Well, what
Oh my
also
God,
seems
it's
kind of
not-
crazy is, listen, I ain't the fashion police, but y'all in drip violation.
We're independent contractors.
Yep, and you know what? Drip.
What?
Drip, drip, drip.
Are you saying we just sped?
What?
Are you are you saying that we dress bad, or
For the job, yeah, you could say that.
we're not hired by Grime though?
Dispatch
I know, honestly,
23
that's what I was told.
voting.
So I'm just going with
10-7.
that. So if that's wrong, then I guess
Hmm.
I have been told that numerous times by different people.
Okay, all right. Well,
What?
we can look past that. We can look past
Okay.
that. So here's the thing. Regarding the trailer load limits,
I don't
keep
know.
it moving, fellas. Do you know how much cargo's in the back at the moment?
Not much. Is
Not
it okay if
much?
I get out and look, or
Yeah, not a problem. I mean,
I think it's about like
2,000 maybe?
2,000.
no less than that. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, we
So
haven't
th-
done.
If both of y'all would come to the back, I'll explain what we got going
we're
on
at
here.
600 pounds.
Oh,
per
then there's no way you can be over limit.
Yeah.
I'll explain. This is one of the sort of side load ones that are a little tricky because I know some of them are. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
it's
Let me.
like right about here.
All right. Just a moment.
I'd actually really like to know how this.
Okay,
all works,
so-
'cause I don't really understand. it
So
either.
technically, with how the wide load it's a citation, not a charge. With
Oh,
how it's written, it's actually so fucked. I'm not gonna lie. It's so incredibly vague and poorly written that technically, based on the letter of the law, not the spirit of the law, if you have any more than one type of cargo, you're
Shit,
fucked.
sorry, my bad.
Damn, who you trying to chef up?
Jesus.
Sorry.
He's just.
However, the intent is that, specifically with the Packer, you do not have any more than 1,000 kilograms of any one specific type of cargo.
At a specific type,
wait,
so it
what?
could be like, what?
Yes.
That's what it's
So,
about.
like the food electronics, or
well, no. Okay. Again, with how fucked the wording is, somebody could articulate, for context. Normally, I'd go to the back here. Just a moment. Let me take a look. Here, come back here with me.
yeah, the
All right, so back here, if you take a look at the cargo info, you're going to see it says 1,000 kilograms of ammo, right? You see that? Let me take a peek.
Yeah.
All right, so come off to the side here because people drive like assholes.
Yes.
Here's the fucked up thing. No more than one type of cargo is ever displayed there.
Dispatch on 20.
Which means if you pick up ammo and then you go and pick up electronics, the ammo that you were previously contracted for is no longer displaying, and so we only see that you're looking for or contracted to have electronics, right? If we're looking at the cargo information,
Oh.
the issue at hand is that we're only seeing essentially either your most current contract or the one you're actively on. I'm not sure which one it is,
Okay.
right? Here's the tricky part with how the legislation is written, which is, let me pull it up. So unlawful operation of a wide load is worded as anyone who operates a commercial delivery vehicle in violation of the contracted and or trailer load limits. Officers need no independent reasonable suspicion other than the operation of the vehicle to spot check these conditions for compliance, right? Which is how I was able to legally pull you over. Here's the tricky part. again, based on what I said, right now that shit says ammo, right? Let's say you guys then accept a contract for electronics. Technically, that cargo information is now only going to say electronics, making the ammo technically illegal, right? I don't think any officer is.
What?
Yes, but again, it's not the intent. You're right.
Job redundant.
You're right. It's not the intent, but that's how it's written. The sort of safe bet here is that with Packers, that cargo information is never over 1,000 kilograms.
Okay.
So your safe bet is, if you are accepting contracts, and I understand the general gist of how it works, you want to never have 1,000 of any one type of cargo. You have 9. Hear me out. I know that sounds fucked up. If you have 900 kilograms of electronics, you have 1,000 kilograms of furniture, you have 750 of alcohol, right? Like, that's all good. But if you take a contract of, let's say 500 kilograms of electronics, you are betting on not having a selection of, anything more than 500 of electronics again, because the minimum is 500 for your contracts, right? Anything over 500, if you've already accepted it, would put you over. Doesn't matter how you split it. So your best course of action moving forward is to ensure that you're picking the higher capacity single type, 700, 800, 900, 950 kilograms. I don't even know if they go up to 1,000 per contract.
They do, but it's very rare.
Yeah. And so, I mean, you're sort of hedging your bets if you take a 500. You're pretty much implying like the only... Yeah. For context, a wide load charge is $1,250 and 4 points on your license.
4?
What?
4 points. That is correct.
That sounds
Bro, even if
so
it's 50
extreme.
over,
Yep.
4 points on the
If
license.
it's 50 over, it's 4 points. That is correct.
Wait, okay. How many can you get before you lose your license?
20. 19. You lose at 20.
Oh god, no! I'm gonna lose my
Yep.
mind. There's no way.
Mhm.
Bro,
What
I'm
the
gonna...
fuck?
Yep. That is how it works.
Were they drunk when they wrote this? High or both?
You know what? I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. What I will tell you is that I knew y'all didn't have much cargo, because some people may not realize, but obviously the more weight you have, the more weight there is on the actual truck itself. Sometimes those things look slammed to the ground. Let me tell you, I'm typically not around during these times, but when I see a truck slammed to the ground, I know what I'm in for.
Oh, wait, you're this, aren't you like, okay, don't think this the wrong way, but aren't you like the super, I've heard you're super petty.
That's me!
Oh, no.
Okay.
That's me. Should I let y'all go and go for those people who just drove by? Should I go for the... Should I go for those...
it. You got it. You got the car
Okay.
for it.
Well, y'all understand it, okay? Don't ever have 1,000 of any one type of cargo. Okay, y'all are free to go. Stay safe.
Thank you, bro.
No problem.
Appreciate it. You have a wonderful day.
Dispatch 130, latest 38, code 4 and 8. Dispatch 130, 1038 on a... this might be a pounder as opposed to a packer. Southwest on Barbarino Road. Nearest cross Great Ocean.
Sorry.
38 Barbarino Road with a packer. Hello.
What's up?
77.
Hi. I'm Officer Rhodes. Negative. With the Los Santos Police Department. How are you?
I'm doing really well. How are you doing?
That's good. I'm doing okay. So reason for the stop today is actually a spot check of the vehicle and cargo to make sure everything's in compliance.
Sure, you're good.
All right. Do you have some identification with you? All
Yeah, I do.
right. Can I go ahead and see that?
There you go.
All right. Darcy Lane. Perfect. And Miss Lane, just out of curiosity, do you know how much cargo there is in the back?
There is. Hold on. I have my calculator.
No, you're good.
2,000 pounds right now.
2,000. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you know if any of that cargo is over 1,000 kilograms of any one specific type of cargo?
I don't believe so, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. All right. I'm going to run through. Well, actually, if you'd like, y'all can exit the vehicle and head to the back with me. I like to explain to people the wide load charge because a lot of people are currently misinformed.
Sure. Okay.
So here, come on to the back. We'll take a look here. Oh, one of those center mounted ones, ain't it? Oh, shucks.
yeah. It
One
is.
one moment. One
Yeah,
moment.
it's the Packer. You're good.
Here we are. Oh, actually, in this case, it would be 500 kilograms of any specific type of cargo. So if you take a
Okay.
look at the cargo information,
Sure.
you'll see that the license weight limit is 500 kilograms. Is 500 pretty standard across the board for the Packer?
I believe so.
Okay.
We don't
Special
typically
training,
have a
attaching
job
38
that
and
asks
10.
for more than 500 of any specific.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, let me take a look at the cargo here. Okay, so y'all would be over on drinks. So
Okay.
I'll explain how this works. I'm not going to issue you the wide load citation. Though let's head over to the side of the road. That way we're not about to get run over. Yeah.
Lost? You get a haircut?
Here we are.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn, you
All
really
right.
are going through it. I like it.
So I'm going to read the citation, which is unlawful operation of a wide load. It states
go for
anyone
it.
who operates a commercial delivery vehicle in violation of the contracted and or trailer load limits. Officers need no independent reasonable suspicion other than the operation of the vehicle to spot check these conditions for compliance, which is how I was able to pull you over and do all this legally without you having broken any rules of the road. All right. So the issue at hand comes from the contracted limits. Here's the tricky
Right.
part.
Okay.
With how the wide load citation is currently written, it's actually so incredibly vague, it's dangerous. Put it this way. When we look at that cargo info, right now,
Sure.
it may say drinks, right? And that may be...
Right.
Actually, let me take a look. I just want to verify.
Can you tell me how to do... What the fuck?
No. Go ahead and... let's see. So right now, it's listed as 500 kilograms of
Saw
drinks.
something.
No, you're good. So 500 kilograms of drinks, right? With
Right,
a
sure.
with a packer or pounder, whichever one is opposite of the one you're all currently driving,
Yeah. the
it's
big
typically
one.
1,000. So
Okay.
don't ask why. Okay, we don't have access to any of your prior contracts.
Annoyingly, yeah.
Right now, it only shows drinks.
Right.
How the legislation is written, right? It should, under ideal circumstances, it should show us all of your prior contracts, so we know exactly what should be in there.
100%.
But that's not how it works. We only see the current one. So technically,
Okay.
with how it's written, you could get cited for having anything but drinks. Okay, but that's not how it's intended. It's intended to be a maximum of, in this case, with your vehicle, 500 kilograms of any one type of cargo.
Right.
Um,
But we don't have control over getting different
Trust
types
me,
of
I
cargo.
know.
Okay,
Put it
cool.
this way. Again, I don't know the ins and outs with this vehicle. I know with the larger vehicle or truck,
Yeah.
their minimum size contracts are 500 kilograms. Their max capacity for the legal max capacity for any one type of cargo is 1,000, which makes it so that if they accept any contract for, let's say, electronics,
Yeah. They're in breach of
Which...
the law.
well, no,
they-
not any. But if they take a contract of 500 kilograms, because that's the minimum size, if they wanted to take an additional contract of electronics, they can't take any size other than 500 kilograms. If they're not offered that, they illegally, they either just can't take that contract or they have to wait for a new one to come up, consisting of a different type of cargo. But now, let's say this person has 500 kilograms of electronics and 750 of let's say 500 of drinks, 750 of electronics.
right.
There is no amount of electronics they can take. And let's say their next contract offering was both electronics and drinks. They're going to have to pass on both of those. And you and I both know they're not going to do that. They're going to take those contracts as they're handed to them and run the risk of getting a wide load charge. But if you get cited for that, it's $1,250 and 4 points on your license.
Officer,
I have a question, and I'm
Yeah, ask
genuinely
away.
not trying to be antagonistic, but it might sound that way just because of my tone in
No,
general.
ask
on
away.
everything.
Ask away.
So if you know that this law is currently written ignorant of how these jobs actually operate and isn't really feasibly enforceable, why are you the only person pulling people over about it and issuing warnings?
Well, more often than not, the first time I encounter people, I inform them of said law, and give them a slap on the wrist, a warning, and say, hey, you know, y'all are now aware of how it is. So moving forward, should you not be in compliance, obviously there is going to be that issue moving forward.
With you noting that it's nearly impossible to remain in compliance given how this job works.
It's not nearly impossible. It just takes yeah, that's fine.
No, it is.
If you tell the supervisor that you want to accept another contract, he offers you whatever contracts he offers you. You have to take one and you have to complete it in order to finish your work for the day. You cannot deny a contract once you tell him you want another contract.
So
I have been
you have
told
a
you can wait an
temporary
additional
schedule
5 or so minutes for another round of contracts to come through.
I
When
have
you're
not
after you
experienced
block
that, and
them.
I've been doing this every day for a long time.
When you're after you
Like
block
basically,
the,
sometimes if you only have
side exit, you know, the little-
essentially what
little
happens
exit
is
on
you
the
get
side?
two acceptance
options.
moments, right? Well, no, so like once we pick up a load, you get an option, you get a pop-up on your phone that says, would you like to continue working? Typically, if you've only made like a couple of stops, you say yes. You at that point cannot back out of taking a contract. You have to accept one.
You have to
There's
finish
also
it.
roads
And you
that
have
some
to
of them
finish the
traffic
job.
stops are gonna be
Otherwise,
probably
you
26
you have to throw all of your cargo away. Like you cannot complete the job and you cannot turn in the cargo you have. There's not a way to currently like only abandon one contract at a time. You abandon your entire workday.
And basically, we do
have
not really get a
available
say
units
over what the
respond.
boss is giving us for contracts
It's
as far as
completely
cargo
random.
goes.
Yeah, you could in your first set of contracts, you could get 2 drink options, take what you have to take, and then in the second one, get 2 drink options, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like the law as it's written is so out of touch with how Grime actually works. And there
You
is
know,
not
I brought
any,
this
like,
up with the mayor, and he said
Yeah.
he'd bring it up at the council meeting. I don't
he's
know
not
if
gonna
they
get
did, but
reelected, so we'll see how that goes.
Hey, firm, well,
Hey, what
those
makes you
short
think he's not gonna get
negotiations,
reelected?
I'm just gonna,
Because everybody fucking
we're just
hates
gonna
him.
get there and secure
Because
the
of shit like
hostage, I
this.
guess.
Might get reelected because people are stupid.
People are
aren't
creatures of
idiots.
habit, and unfortunately, he's the easier option because he's already been the mayor.
Easier in what way?
Again, people are creatures of habit, so when they see names on a list, they're gonna be like, "Oh, Max, that's our current mayor." Click.
Can I ask what's the law trying
didn't
to
1050.
prevent from happening?
I'm gonna be real. Your guess is as good as mine. Seems like a bunch of red tape.
So then, why are you? And genuinely, I'm not trying to be antagonistic. I'm just generally wondering why is this the thing you've chosen to, like, you know, pull over grime trucks for? If you yourself note that you don't really understand the purpose of this law, you don't know what you're protecting, you don't really you understand that the law does not.
It's the only way
not
I
in
can get it
touch.
changed to something reasonable and in touch.
As if everybody knows about it and is angry about it?
Correct. I am one voice. Okay? And this is why I have consistently made it a point to always inform people beforehand and make them aware, because number one, obviously I want y'all to be aware because there's a lot of misinformation regarding the citation, but two, I want y'all to be voicing your opinion regarding this, whether that be to Marlo, who is seemingly the go-to person when it comes to grime, who may be in contact with the mayor, someone who can actually push this change, because without that, again, I'm a single voice, and I had the mayor sitting in my car when I was explaining this to him, and he goes, "Yeah, I'll bring it up at the meeting," and then nothing happened. So
I can appreciate that.
No, I respect that. Thank you for your
and trust me when I say, with how it's written, again, if you have anything other than what's on that cargo information, it technically qualifies. Now, I think that would be malicious compliance, okay? And trust me, while I'm a petty bitch, to see everybody else suffer as a result would suck. Which is why I'm sort of taking this multi-step approach of inform people, even if they're not in compliance, let them know. And, you know, maybe if I were to pull y'all over again and y'all weren't in compliance, explaining to me exactly what had occurred. You know, I might be able to let you off with a warning. Now that person, oh my gosh. Anyways,
What person?
the tow truck driver, not this one, the other one that was
Oh.
hauling us down the freeway.
Tow truck drivers.
I'm trying my best to let there be sort of a buffer between like informing people and people suffering consequences because of something that's so vaguely and poorly written. I'm trying to give people that leeway to have that conversation with their higher ups within Grime. That way, again, it can go to the mayor so that this can hopefully get resolved soon.
Okay. I can appreciate that. I had a basic understanding, but it's good to know how at least like you're perceiving the law and how it would be enforced as it currently stands. Yeah, it's fucking sucks and it's very out of touch with how Grime actually works.
It is very out of touch.
I don't
Trust
know
me, I understand.
If I felt like it was preventing some crazy illegal activity from happening, I might understand even more, but currently I don't understand why it exists the way it does, because Grime is already one of the worst jobs in the city, to be completely real.
It can't even be argued that it's like a weight limit issue, because first of all, the car factory, you know, tells you how much you can put in your fucking truck. And also, if that was the case, it would be overall weight, not weight of a specific type of cargo.
Correct. You're not wrong. Trust me, I agree with you there.
Yeah.
Now I will say this:
listed, and then somebody had cargo that wasn't theirs or wasn't linked to their, because like all of our cargo is also linked to our state ID. Right?
Yep.
So you'd be able to tell very easily if you had cargo that wasn't yours.
Yep.
On board or something.
You're not wrong. I will say this regarding the overall weight capacity. That was something that the mayor did bring up, specific to, like, I don't know what the overall weight capacity is for this vehicle. I know with the larger one, it's up to 5,000. But here's the thing: before getting anywhere close to 5,000, that front end of that vehicle is slammed to the damn ground. That thing is scraping. So even though the trailer itself may have an overall capacity of 5,000, the truck, I'm going to be real. There have been times where I've considered charging people with the negligent driving enhancement for commercial vehicles because of how low to the ground that thing is. Like dangerously low, scraping the entire way they're driving.
To avoid that would make more sense to me as a
law. Oh, 100%. In fact, the mayor did bring up maybe something opposed to, you know, per, like, you know, 1,000 per, I guess, delivery type, whether that be furniture or whatever, an overall weight capacity of, let's say, 3,500, but for the larger vehicles. And then instead of 3,500 total within this, it would maybe be, I don't know, 2,500. I don't know. I'm just throwing out random numbers here.
Yeah.
The mayor did suggest that.
Doesn't have the same kind of issue with weight. Like we don't, at least from what I've experienced, you don't have that kind of reaction on the car. But it does obviously put strain on your car. But that's just something you have to deal with, like in repairs.
Right.
If you overload your vehicle.
But with the other ones, trust me, those
in it at a certain point.
It is actually crazy. And people will sit there with a straight face and be like, yeah, well, I can carry up to 5,000. And I'm like, okay, and like, do you not realize how dangerous when I see you turning and all I see are sparks on the side of the road because you are scraping against the ground? Don't tell me that it's safe. It's not.
It literally like crushes the cab to the point the door won't open.
Exactly. But they're oblivious to it. They're like, yeah, but the trailer load limit's 5,000. How could I not be in compliance? Like, listen, bud. Trust me, if I wanted to make your life miserable, you wouldn't be able to do deliveries a day in your life, okay? But I'm not doing that. I'm trying to inform people so that we can all collectively work towards a better goal and just better environment for delivery drivers.
Yeah.
I don't know if have y'all done the larger deliveries?
I've done them before, yeah, with other people who are licensed to do them.
So the reason I ask is because they have consistently told me that in order for them to sort of avoid having multiple of a specific type of cargo, that it would take them waiting an additional 5 minutes. So that's actually why I brought that up earlier. And I've been told this by several people, which would lead me to believe that maybe with the larger cargos that they're able to get additional deliveries if they wait for an additional 5 minutes.
So the only thing that I've ever experienced where my app like actually refreshes and gives me new job options is if it was delayed from the job before. So basically, the tablet gives you 2 jobs. You accept one, and it grays out the other one, so you can no longer take the other one. When you finish that job, if you finish your first job quickly enough, it will open up that second job. If you close out of your app and reopen it, it gives you 2 new ones because it wasn't supposed to give you that second one to begin with. Does that make sense?
Interesting. Yeah.
So I think it's like, I'll be real, I do think it's a glitch with the tablet of you completing 2 jobs very quickly close together.
Yeah, so
that you
whoever
still
told you that may have
access the first
misunderstood
job.
what was happening.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a wait 5 minutes and see thing. I think it's your tablet was showing you the other job option that you previously had, and then when you closed and opened it, it actually refreshed. Like, it's supposed to refresh every time from what I've seen between jobs. You're always supposed to have 2 new jobs. Yeah.
I mean, just out of curiosity, are y'all in the? I imagine y'all are in the middle of a delivery, right?
Yes.
Are you able to change or not change, but look at your tablet and see the current options?
So
if anything's changed.
It currently has my next job options open. So it says it has all of my everything's grayed out. It doesn't say like anything's in progress. It just has my jobs that I would have after this one available. So it has like gas and then clothing stores.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's strange because, like I said, I've been told by separate people.
I can test it. Like, I just haven't. Nobody's ever told me that, and I've never waited like longer than a few minutes to see if I get other jobs. Right. Because kind of time is of the essence when you can only work during the day.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I hope I didn't take too much away from y'all. But like I said, for me,
this is our last stop.
Oh, perfect. Because for me, the important bit is just informing people that nobody is surprised. And hopefully I'll bring it up with your higher ups over at Crime. To hopefully communicate that to the mayor or soon to be mayor, so that all of this can get resolved and written appropriately to where it actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Just so we know how to properly talk about this, can you tell me what the legislation is or the charge is called?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me know when you're ready.
It's wide load something, right? Go ahead, I'll write it down.
It's unlawful operation of a wide load.
Okay.
And it's a $1,250 fine and 4 points on your license.
It's more points than reckless evading.
That is correct. Yes.
That's insane.
Though this, to be clear, this is not an enhancement. I'm not sure if y'all have heard of the unsafe operation of a large commercial vehicle. That's also $1,250 and 4 points. And it states anyone who operates a tier 2 or 3 commercial vehicle for grime, group 6, etc., off-road or in an otherwise negligent fashion. This applies to tow and sanitation trucks. This charge is an enhancement. As such, it may and should be applied in addition to any other negligent or reckless driving charges. So for
You can get
context,
hit with $2,500 and 8 points on your license.
oh, I'm about to make it even worse for you. Let's say you are a wide load. Let's say you... Do you know if you're heading northbound on Los Santos Freeway at the water treatment plant, it opens up, and then you cross the 2 lanes of opposing?
Yes. Yeah.
And then you're in the off-road area?
Yep.
If you do that with a wide load, you get 3 things. You get the wide load citation, you get the one I just read in addition to negligent driving. That's $2,500 for the commercial stuff, an extra $375, I believe, for negligent driving. So you're close to $3,000 in fines, and you get 10 points on your license because you get the wide load charge.
That's halfway to losing your shit.
That is correct. Yep, 100%. But that charge specifically, like I said, it's negligent driving, but you get negligent driving and the commercial variant of it together as an enhancement. And it is intended to be that way. So please, 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 please be careful out there.
It's
frustrating.
It's so, like, no offense, why would anyone work sub jobs when this is like, what?
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Unfortunately, though, I will say, I don't necessarily think truckers are completely in it, like, not y'all specifically. But the reason those were put in place is because people are driving like complete assholes.
100%. Yeah, definitely
but
they
that
are.
is more fines and points on your license than punching someone in the face and running from the cops.
You're not wrong. Trust me, I agree.
Assault and battery is like $460. I know. I got it 4 times.
I agree with you. Trust me. Trust me, I do. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It's just,
But
it just
it
feels
is
so
the way it
backwards and
is.
stupid, and like I understand like trying to keep people from driving like psychopaths. Like I trust me, I really get it.
Yeah.
But like when you're driving a grime truck like a psychopath and you end up with 10 points on your license, and then if you're like literally doing like actual crime, like killing people out there, fucking doing whatever,
Yep, slap on the wrist.
yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, listen, I'm not. I'm not gonna sit here and.
But you do realize like you have a reputation as one of the cops who does stack these charges.
Yes, and there's a reason for that. There aren't many people out here willing to pursue this at all. It's kind of something that I personally enjoy doing. Bank robberies, pursuits. What the fuck was that sound?
I didn't hear anything.
At first, it sounded like a dolphin, and then it kind of just sounded like someone screaming.
Oh.
I'm sure they're fine.
I hallucinated yesterday. Maybe you are.
Back to what I was saying. I love what I do. Okay. And I unfortunately think that, and again, not specific to either of you two, I unfortunately think that a lot of grime drivers have sort of become comfortable, sort of going completely uncontested with their reckless driving and, you know, wide loads and whatnot. Why I'm doing this now. But like I said, it's not I want to make people's lives miserable. But if this doesn't happen, this is going to kind of just fly under the radar until somebody does relentlessly push this. And they could be doing it solely on the basis of having just more than one type of cargo, right? Like, they could be pushing this way harder than I am. I'm trying to, like...
You could do truck stops, literally. Like, if somebody so desired, you could just check people on your way out of the crime lot. Or on your way in, whatever.
Well...
You're dropping off packages.
Are you referring in regards to
I'm saying, like,
informing them?
Really, yeah, well, yeah, informing, if you want to hit as many people as... Well, I'm saying, like, either maliciously or with good intent, right? So, like, if you personally wanted to inform people, you could sit at the drop-off spot where people are dropping off their packages.
Is that the Go Postal?
Yeah, it's like
It's
the
where
little
you like to
garage.
pull over Fenn for speeding all the time.
Pull over who?
The other place is...
Fenn.
So dark.
Did you say Finn? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I have a couple times here and
The
there.
other place is at the gas station in Polito, is where the big trucks drop off.
So my typical go-to is actually the start of Great Ocean and Del Perro, the gas station there.
Yeah.
That is seemingly a hot spot. The thing is, I didn't necessarily want to wait at the delivery spot, just because, like, I want people sort of in the midst of their day, not, you know, at the very start where they have nothing, or the very end where they have absolutely everything, right? I want to sort of catch people in between to inform them, like, hey, listen, even though you may be 20 minutes into your job today, like, technically with how it's written, you guys would be over, you know? It would be very easy to do that at the end of their deliveries, with no problem. But again, my whole thing is trying to just teach people. And
well, that's what I was saying, like, maliciously, like, I do think it's good that people know about this right now, because if somebody did want to really maliciously push this, they could just check every cargo at the turn-in spot, because that's where everybody's going to have their shit, right? Like, they're going to have everything
not wrong.
at the end of the
There
day.
will be cops
So,
that
like,
will do that.
that's what I'm saying, is, like, I feel like it's better to know about it right now, and that way, like, especially with an election, like, I would think that if, you know, people who, you know, if Max wants to get reelected, or people who want to get elected actually want, like, a handful of votes, and I mean, I say handful, like, very, you know.
The crazy thing to me is, like I said, I had the conversation with Max and then nothing happened.
Because he's
he
useless
doesn't
and he
care.
sucks and he's a bad mayor.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, all those things.
Now, y'all are free to go, to be clear. Technically, y'all are over, but just keep that in mind moving forward, okay?
Okay, can do.
All right. Let me see here. Hello?
Hey, Rhodes, you're a senior, right?
I am. What's up?
Okay, I wanted to bring up an issue that I saw in the last pursuit with the laundromat.
We're gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna.
What's up?
We're gonna finish.
That's okay.
There was an officer that pitted a
Have a good
car
one,
off
officer.
of the freeway.
Who was it?
I don't think it was intentional, but it was 152.
Okay. Which freeway?
Olympic Freeway. They were coming up from Adam's Apple. I thought it was a good
EMS from PD.
opportunity to try to pit. They were on the right side. I was on the left. I tried to pit them towards the left side,
Can I get
and
a
they went over the
52,
wall.
please, on Gentry Lane?
Okay.
In the parking lot of the Research West.
Okay, when you say left side and over the wall, which lanes of travel were y'all in? Like, where did they go over, essentially?
We were in correct lanes of travel. We were heading westbound.
Thank you, EMS.
They were on the very northern side of Olympic Freeway. I
Wait,
was
hold on.
the south side.
I heard Adam's Apple. West on Adam's Apple. To merge from Adam's Apple to the freeway would
They
be
merged-
opposing.
No, we were traveling west on Adam's Apple.
Okay.
They then
I
got
lied.
onto the
You're right.
freeway
I'm
and
thinking in
changed.
reverse. Apologies. Okay. So they're west on Olympic at this point.
Yep, I went for a pit there on the left side of the car, hoping to kind of send them south, like further into the freeway, and they went north over the freeway.
Bye.
Okay.
I need to check with this officer. Oh,
And so
I think they're not hit.
you you self-reporting?
Yes,
Was it your intent?
absolutely not. I
Okay.
stopped and I was in shock, and I felt extremely bad for the pit.
So the reality
They
here
were
is
okay,
the reality
Why
here
so
is
bad?
sometimes, especially with how things operate in the city, unfortunately, stuff like that's out of our control, right? I would not deem Olympic Freeway at any point in time sort of an unsafe area to pit, because there's the center median, there's the walls on the outskirts of the freeway that lead to either the northern side leads to like alleyways and whatnot, but the southern side is Adam's Apple and like the alleyways are run parallel to that. I would not consider that to be unsafe as much as it is unfortunate circumstances of how things happen. And it's sort of out of anyone's control. If you were to, repeat that exactly as you did right now with a different person in the driver's seat of that vehicle, the outcome would have been completely different. And how are you to know how that's going to happen? Right. So to hold somebody accountable for that is not appropriate in my opinion. I appreciate you bringing it to my attention, but if your intent was not bad, and you can acknowledge that maybe things could have gone a little better, that's all that we can really ask for. This isn't going to be like oh, you're getting dapped, or this is going to be a documented instance. It's not. Like I said, sometimes it truly is out of your control. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Okay. I guess I wanted you to hear it from me instead of like hearing it from a criminal or one of the other officers on the pursuit.
No, you are perfectly fine. Unless I were to hear like, yeah, the reason they went over was because the pit was at 130 miles an hour. Like at that point, then we're talking like, okay, yeah, that's excessive and that probably shouldn't have happened. But if you're telling me westbound from Adam's Apple onto the freeway,
Actually, I lied. It was eastbound on Adam's Apple. We did a U-turn to get on the freeway, so we couldn't have been traveling like faster than 70 or 80.
exactly. Like at the end of the day, I'm not too concerned if the speeds weren't excessive, because at that point, like I said, I mean it is what it is. You don't have much to worry about regarding that, as long as y'all are making sure y'all are following protocol. But it does tell me a lot about your character, by the way, that you'd be willing to inform superior of what you may sort of suspect something may not have been ideal, even if it wasn't technically a violation, rather than finding it out from other people. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
No problem.
All right, well, I will.
You
head back out
have
of
a
the
good
shop.
one. Stay safe.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm fucking dying of heat now, chat. What the fuck? Madison, thank you for the year. I appreciate it. I need to check that report.
Dispatch 120, 47 Gentry is code 4, 10-8.
Dispatch will be showing you 10-8 at 002.
Hmm. Um. Uh. Hmm.
If it's a red light, then.
I need to go to the portal. Please don't pull me over.
But if it's a red light, then you need to stop and yield.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, you too.
Dispatch 130, 1038, eastbound Vespucci with a tow truck. Nearest cross Elgin. Just do me a favor, straighten out. Go off to the far right hand side. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Officer Rhodes, the Los Santos Police Department. How are you?
Okay. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Not too much to complain about. What about yourself?
Fine.
Okay. Do you have any idea as to why I pulled you over?
Genuinely, no.
Genuinely, no. Okay. Do you know what we have to do at red lights?
Dispatch 120
I
traffic.
did
southbound
stop. I
Alta,
stopped and then I
black in
went
color.
through because it's
ACV
stop and go in the
509.
city.
You did not stop. You literally rolled through the entirety of the intersection. You didn't stop prior to. I watched as you approached the intersection. I even pulled forward to then see the color of your light, and you just you went straight through it. That being said, you have some identification with you?
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and see that. Hello. All right, just to confirm, 2551 for the state ID, correct?
Correct.
All right. And 7, if you don't mind me asking, when was the last time you got pulled over?
Never.
First time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any prior offenses, whether they be misdemeanors, felonies, anything to that extent?
None at all.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head back to my vehicle. I'm gonna run your information. I'll be back with you shortly. Okay.
Dispatch 120
Sit tight.
traffic. Code 410.
Dispatch will be marking you 10-8 at 0052.
Why? What is that noise?
Ross, thank you for the 42 months. I appreciate it. All right, 7. So here's what's gonna happen. I did check your record. Unfortunately, I did have to make a profile. That's more so formality more than anything. But there isn't anything on your record, and there won't be as a result of this incident. I just ask that moving forward, you be a little more careful regarding, you know, stop and go, because I did watch as you travel down the road, and you did not stop. Okay, even though you said you did, you didn't. I'm gonna look past that this once, given you do have a clean record. Though again, moving forward, I do ask that you do follow the rules of the road. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Now, beyond that, did you have any comments, questions, or concerns?
No, sir.
All right. If that's the case, you are going to be free to go once I'm back in my vehicle and the emergency lights are off. Okay.
All
You
right.
stay safe out there.
You too.
Dispatch 130, latest 38, code 4108. Dispatch 130, 1038 with a flatbed northbound Strawberry, Nares Cross Atlee. Tow truck's red in color, unsure on occupants. Do me a favor. I'm going to need you to park a little closer to the curb on the right-hand side. I'll back up and give you some space. Thank you. Engine off, windows down, please.
Howdy, officer.
Hello. You mind turning the engine off for me?
Oh, I thought I did. Sorry.
It's all right. It happens.
Yep, yep, yep.
Well,
Now,
hello
may
there.
happy. Howdy.
I'm Officer Rhodes, the Los Santos Police Department.
Nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you.
Oh, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there. You know, I will say I'll tell you the story I heard. Okay.
Okay,
I
I'm
heard that
listening.
One time you pulled someone over for running a red light. You know, completely valid.
Uh-huh.
And then you gave them a warning, right? Like a savior.
Uh-huh.
And then they pulled off, and you pulled them over again because they didn't use the blinkers.
You know, that's probably happened so many times in my career, I would not be able to pinpoint who that was. Definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility.
I thought it was hilarious. So not gonna lie.
But the reason for the stop today was you did. So at that intersection right back there, kind of by the bank, you're off to the right-hand side. You then approach the intersection. You then rolled through it from the far right-hand side, went through the intersection while the light was red without coming to a complete stop, and then made a left-hand turn. All right.
Yep,
Oh my God, you did that
I'm
for
not
a friend?
gonna lie. Okay, listen, Mr. Rhodes, I'm gonna shoot you straight, brother.
I appreciate that.
I did do that. These trucks are very hard to come to a complete stop, as I'm sure you've been told numerous times. You know, ain't an excuse. I got you. We just stopped at the bank, and I was at a complete stop. You know, and I should have, I guess, started and then stopped again. But I, you know, we parked illegally right outside Fleeca Bank. There, I had to go in and make a deposit, and you know, I just didn't. And I guess I counted that in my mind as a stop, and I shouldn't have.
Fair enough. Fair enough.